Dean Cooling scores with the 13 Pro-Am Community Rugby League Show.
Well, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to, where are we? With Crawford Street this afternoon, aren't we? Home of the Cole Clock Face Miners. Yes, we're all live. We are here for our NCL live coverage. My name's Dave Parkinson. They're up against Thornhill Trojans today. It's a clash from the Division 2 of the National Conference League. Clock Face Miners been going pretty well in recent weeks. They're up to 4th within the division, and over recent weeks as well, there's been an upturn in Thornhill Trojans game as well. So I'm alongside my favourite person for doing these commentaries with. It's none other than Steve Beach. How are you doing, Steve?
Favourite. That's because nobody else will do it.
No one else will do it. That's right.
How
are you anyway?
I'm made up, Dave. You know I like being down here at Clockface. It's always a great game, great atmosphere, great welcome. And it's good to be commentating on Thornhill Trojans, who we've not managed to cover before, which is always interesting. We try and get as many teams as we possibly can. Not always easy. But yeah, we'll see how they run out tonight.
We certainly will. But to give you a little bit of a flavour about what we talk about, we have a regular show that's every single Wednesday night, and we always look forward to the week ahead, and this was our preview ahead of this weekend. So where shall we start with the Premier Division?
We'll start with what have we got? Unslits against Loch Lane, the top game, do you think?
I don't know about it being the top game in the division, but I certainly fear for Loch Lane at the moment, and Couch, you're going to be calling me rotten here, and I'm sure that what I'm going to say, you'll be saying it as well. But you need that win.
Yeah,
they need the win more than Hunslet do at the moment.
Yeah, and we know they can beat Hunslet because we were there, weren't we?
We were there earlier on this season. Yeah.
It's whether the form just slipped and unslipped, which had started to take a forward momentum. Although there's been a couple of little hiccups, nothing too bad, but they've started moving forward, and they sort of done the old lift scenario we do. One's just past the other.
Next up in the Premier Division, you've got Lee Miners Rangers up against West Hull. Am I being a bit cruel to Lee Miners Rangers here? I don't see them getting much change at the weekend.
No, they're in a bit of a spot, aren't they, Lee Miners Rangers at the moment?
Now, we saw this opposite fixture, didn't we, at the start of the season, Steve?
Yes, we did. Rochdale Mayfield against Waterhead Warriors. Do you know what? From that last game, I would say, do you know what, this is going to be a real good game. I still think it will be, but I think it's not the same Rochdale as we saw that day. I think they're another one that are not living up to the past. Sort of.
What is it Rob said about derbies, though?
Yeah, it's true.
The form book goes out of the window in those sort of games, does it? And I suppose it becomes all about local bragging rights again, doesn't it? Rochdale have tended to perform better on the home pitch this season. I think it's just their away form that is
it's not called Tatterweath syndrome, isn't it?
We could start calling it that, couldn't we?
This is the one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, this takes top billing, Steve. This is like the oasis of the Premier Division this week.
Yeah. Dressed as a litter picker, I might get in to see this one. Siddle versus West Bowling.
You know what? You could just ask them. We've got friends at Siddle. They'd let you go. They'd let you go,
in fact, I'm surprised they're on the phone asking us to go right away. And I'm sure they would want us to. But
you know what? It is an outstanding game, that, and I think that is going to be really close, to be honest. And then, will the real Vato Heath please stand up? They're on the road against Wathbrow Hornets. Now, that in itself, you'd look at that potentially as a kind of statement sort of game.
This is an important one, this, because if you see where they both are in the division, you've got Tatterweath who are 6th on 14 points, and Wathbrow are 5th on 17. As much as a win won't put Tatterweath above them, it would hang them closer to...
Closes the gap, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's what they need. So that's what's Browarnets against the Tatooine Crusaders. Then we've got York Acorn up against Dewsbury Moor Maroons.
York Acorn's form has been all over the place recently, hasn't it? They started the season like a house on fire, and it's been a little bit up and down since, hasn't it?
It certainly has, yeah.
And then Dewsbury Moor have been really competitive in the last few games. Obviously now have 2 wins to the belt.
Yeah.
I still fancy York Acorn to maybe do that with home form, though, I feel.
Off-field chill, on-field fire. Green Cooling Fuels, the Community Rugby League spirit.
So I did wonder where the rest of that had gone to, because we were chatting for a bit longer in previewing the games, weren't we?
We certainly were, yeah.
But that's just a flavour of how we go about our business every single week. We review what's gone on over the course of that week, and we look forward to the following games at the weekend. So that was, of course, our preview of what we thought might happen in the Premier Division. This day is a little bit different. We're Division 2. Thornhill preparing themselves for the kick-off. And it's going to be Clockface Miners who are going to have a guard of honour, and it's going to be by the under-8s and also by the under-8s of Pilkington Rex as well, because they were playing before the game here.
Yeah, got to say, Parky, I mean, that was really good, and it was a nice crowd here to watch the under-8s as well, which is absolutely superb. That's what we like, supporting them, giving the lads the support that they need when they're young.
A lot of people have stayed behind as well, but yeah, this is great. They do this so well, don't they, Clockface? They've done it whenever we've been down here before, and I know that you were talking about this as well just the other week, last time you were here, Steve, so looking forward to this one. Our referee for this encounter is James Broomhead. I'll run you through the 2 sides if I may. So for Clockface Miners, they line up with fullback Nathan Benson, then it's a back line of Conor McCartan, Ben Daniels, Alex Burke and Callan Johnson, half-back pairing of Geordie Cresser and Lewis Geraghty. We've certainly spoken about those 2 players in the past, haven't we? Really, really good players, and very, very tricky players as well to try and control. Then in the front row it's Harrison Rigby, Oscar Hardman and Sean Costello. Costello coming back on dual registration from North Wales Crusaders.
Yeah, good player, very good player.
Max Adamson, Geordie Eccleston and Josh Mulligan make up the back row, and it's a bench that features Danny Tabern, Leighton Hosker, Harry Coxhill and Ethan Chadwick. And then for the Thornhill side, they line up wearing number 22 but playing fullback Johnny Campbell. There's a name from the past. A lot of people will certainly remember his stint in professional rugby for the likes of Bradford and most famously Batley. I know certainly for about 8 or 9 years at Batley he was a real standout player, so he's in the full-back berth today for Thornhill. Then across the back line it's Ben Hall, James Sheldon, Ryan Mitchell and Zach Haig. At half-back it's Casey Johnson and Ollie Bucock. Sam Ratcliffe comes into the front row alongside Bailey Lee and Mikey Greensmith, and then it's a back row that features Headley Harris, Elliot Robson and Jake Hickling. The bench, you'll like this, Steve. We've got a number 20 in Reece Nicholson, wearing 15 Wes Brown, wearing 16 Lewis Brook and 23 is Luke Hinchcliffe. So the other player that you need to change here is Campbell wearing the number 22 and Casey Johnson wearing 18.
So we've got a Johnson on either side as well.
Is that Johnson and Johnson?
Johnson and Johnson. So it's Clockface to kick off. Referee just setting his watch.
Yes,
ready to get things underway.
Our referee is James Broomhead, and you might see that just hooked under his wrist there at the minute is a head camera.
Yeah,
so he's going to slip that on.
Do you know what? That looks right for this neck of doors, because we're at Clockface Miners, and he does look like a miner.
He does look like he could be a miner, to be fair. So just seconds away from the start of this game, we're just waiting for the whistle, and away we go. Clockface Miners kicking off. It's going to be Thornhill Trojans first use of possession, and running off the back there is Sam Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe about 15 metres out from his own line where he's tackled. So in at dummy half is Bailey Lee, and Bailey Lee passes across to the middle and picks up Johnny Campbell. Campbell trying to make an impression on the defensive line so far, 20 metres out from his own line. Lee once more moves into dummy half. I fancy he's going to use this bigger figure
again
to his right side, and that's what he does. It's Mikey Greensmith with his first carry. Rolled on his back as well is Greensmith, as Steve mentioned in the background. Another set of 6 coming up here for Thornhill Trojans. Big charge forward there from Thornhill. They're in centre field. They're about 35 metres from their own line. Now wrapping round to the left-hand side. It goes out to the halfback, Ollie Bucock, and he's well cut off there by Geordie Cresser. Cresser very quick off his mark there to come up with the tackle, and Campbell off the next, bounces off one challenge, comes back towards the middle, offloads to Ratcliffe. Oh, Ratcliffe just put down near the halfway line. Once upon a time, I'm sure he was a halfback, was Ratcliffe. Certainly a loose forward in the past, playing prop forward this afternoon. Thornhill just over the halfway line. They've run through their allotted set of 6 tackles. Ball comes out on this right side to Casey Johnson. He skied it, doesn't get that far forward. Referee has spotted an infringement in the background. A tackle off the ball nonetheless.
I think he was on the kicker, by was taken out by one of the obviously the clock face players.
So we've been going for just under 2 minutes in this game. 0-0 the score so far, and so far it's been all Thornhill possession.
It certainly has.
So Johnson will kick forward, picks up another 20 metres for his side, and they'll start this attack about 30 metres away from the try line. It's a good crowd that's just behind us. You'll probably be able to hear them as the game goes on, but it's great to be down here. Good to be bringing you live National League coverage once again, as the run taken in by, according to my numbers, Wes Brown off the bench.
Yeah. Number 15, wasn't it? Yeah.
I wonder whether they've had to do a little bit of a reshuffle as it's run forward by Bailey Lee. Lee towards the edge of the 20 metre line. He'll play this ball to Harris. Harris into the middle. Ratcliffe just moving the ball again to Robson. Robson goes within sight of the try line. In fact, he's almost directly underneath the post there. Across to the left-hand side it comes. Through hands out to Campbell. Campbell does the full stop, then gets tackled but releases the pass. It ends up in the arms there of Ratcliffe.
Good tackle.
Ratcliffe doing pretty well, but so too did the defence. Forced him back behind the 20 metre line. Again, Pepper in that position, and it's Mikey Greensmith with the carry. Inside that section he goes of the field. Last tackle, Lee will turn it left. Kick comes in again. It's a delicate one from Johnson, bounces and bobbles in the end goal area, and they've forced it dead of Clockface Miners. It's going to be a dropout from underneath the sticks. That was a really, really teasing kick from Casey Johnson there, wasn't it?
It was, and Thornhill are really putting some concerted pressure here on the Clockface line, moving the ball about and using the props really well as to make some way through.
Well, other than the kick-off, the only time that they've had it is now, and hitting the ball behind their own line, to be honest, Clockface. So they're going to drop out from underneath the posts. It's a mid-range restart, trickles all along the deck, picked up on the left-hand side, and then pushing up in support there is Casey Johnson. Johnson pushes his way just beyond that 20 metre mark. In at dummy half is Bailey Lee, and Lee will pick up Robson. Robson rides the challenger 2-2, put him down though, and he's 12 metres out from the try line. Lee is again scheming. He's got Ratcliffe to his right hand side and uses him. Ratcliffe will just do a short pass there, looking for Headley Harris. Not much to him size wise, Headley Harris. He's quite diminutive, isn't he? But he's about 12 metres out from the line. And they continue to pepper the position, and it's moved right through hands. Big run comes in from Wes Brown. Wes Brown on this right hand side, 10 metres out from the line. He'll play it to Bailey Lee. Lee scoops up, sends it to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe throws a dummy, tries to surge on. It's a good job that Sean Costello was there to shut the door, helped out by 2 other players. They've gone through the set of 6 here, and they're on the try line once again of Thornhill Trojans. Off to the left hand side it goes. That's an ambitious pass wide. Back on the inside it comes. Ryan Mitchell all wrapped up. Good defence in the end. And Ben Daniels, one or 2 players involved in the tackle there. I think the other one was Oscar Hardman, who'd done well to really ship across from the middle to get out to make the tackle.
Yeah, some good play there from Thornhill, but even better defence from Clockface, and did well to shut things down. 5
minutes of the game gone. They've had 5 minutes of constant pressure. Yes, and now this is the first use of possession from Clockface Miners on the edge of their own 20 metre line with Josh Mulligan. Mulligan will play this ball. In fact, he won't get the opportunity. He's being impinged, so he's going to win that penalty. So we've seen a couple of early penalties, which have gone the way of either side.
I'm sure the coach will be a bit livid with that because they had some good pressure there. Good to try and keep clock back in their own half, but they've gone moving forward.
Yeah, you'd fancy him to get out of their own half in this set, wouldn't you? And already they're heading towards the 40-metre line. Ball in the arms of Geraghty. Geraghty gets it across, looking for the big figure there of Harrison Rigby. Rigby put down on the 40-metre line. Worked out down this short side. Tell you what, a lot of players wouldn't have fancied the line there that I think it was Eccleston was running. Did really well there, did Eccleston, with that line. And then Mulligan, tackled in the middle of the field, loses the ball on contact. I mean, he was like a giant amongst midgets then as they came in to tackle him, Thornhill.
Yeah, and they managed to get the ball out, didn't they?
They did. They tackled right under the ball, which ensured it popped out, to be fair. Really good tackle there. So the error comes in on clock face miners. Well, it would have been their second set because they won the penalty. And it's on the halfway line. Scrum to be fed here by Thornhill Trojans. Really pleased that we get to cover Thornhill, by the way, because as you were mentioning, they're not a team that we've covered before as part of our National Conference League coverage. It's a delight for myself, Dave Parkinson and Steve Beach to be down here at Crawford Street this afternoon, taking in National Conference League Division 2 action. Ball shipped out to the left hand side from the back of the scrum. Callan Johnson trying to put Zach Hay, I should say, trying to put a bit of pressure on, but he's knocked on.
Yes, good tackle.
It was a brave run down that side from the wingman, but then the sheer ferocity of the challenge just dislodged the ball. Clock have called for a midfield scrum. So I wonder whether they fancy trying to do a movement here. Certainly they've lowered this left-hand side of the scrum. There's 4 players down this section of the ground. So they've gone for a 4-2 split. Referee just pointing to the Thornhill back line saying, I want you back. Ball shipped out to the right-hand side. Oh, it's a great run that from Daniels. Daniels 40 metres out from the line, about 5 metres in from the touch line. He plays that ball, and now they run it in. The Thornhill Trojans again. Solid run there from Conor McCartan. The winger makes a further 6 or 7 metres. Hard work. Then Cresser works it back to Mulligan. Mulligan makes an impression this time, 30 metres out from the line, in centre field. Ball shipped down this left hand side. Geraghty, lovely ball, great hands to Eccleston. Eccleston, big and strong in the challenge, takes 3 of them to put him down. Eventually they roll him to the deck on the 20 metre line. Ball comes back in field from the play of the ball. That's great hands again out to Mulligan, just on the right hand side of that posts. In at dummy half is Oscar Hardman. Hardman scheming on the last tackle. He'll find Cresser. Cresser will drop it on the boot. He'll chase after it himself. Great pick up by Campbell. Tell you what, there was a time Campbell would have picked that up and he would have probably made it as far as 25 metres out from his own line. So perhaps gone of those days of the scintillating pace that he once had.
Good drive, good defence.
But he used all his experience, but Thornhill still under pressure. Just a couple of metres away from their own line. Johnson doubling up as a prop forward now, 10 metres out. Lee looks to his right. Dummy thrown by Ollie Bucock, who takes on the line. Costello brings him down. Still, they've not made it outside their own 20 metre line yet. They might do now with Campbell. He gave everything to that run. And certainly Rigby gave everything to his challenge. Just 20 metres from the line. Last tackle signal. Ball back with Johnson. Casey Johnson sends it long. That's a great kick considering where it started. And in the end, it's cut off there by Conor McCartan. Starts the counter-attack. Strong run. Gets through the first challenge. Now, initially, I know there's calls behind us that was a high tackle. I thought the contact was good, but it was weak. And it was just really, really strong running from McCartan, which eventually made it go high. That's equally strong running from Alex Burke from Clock. Just over the halfway line he goes. Looking to play this ball out to Hardman. Hardman. Men in motion to his right. One of them is Mulligan. Mulligan makes another 10 metres. 35 metres away from the line. Clock face miners. Building their way into this game. Costello plays it off. Great tackle. But then unfortunately he lifted the man and dipped him down. And then there's a a couple of afters as a result of that. It was clumsy in the end from Casey Johnson. The initial contact was great, but the fact that he lifted him and then dumped him has resulted in this penalty.
Yeah, and then just what we would say a coming together, which is understandable, but that always happens, doesn't it, to a certain extent in those situations. But referee just
wasn't quite coming together in the Beatles sense, was it? So referee does award this penalty. It's a good position this for Clock.
Yeah.
I'm sure in these days of rugby they don't fancy going for goal, so they'll take the 10 metres on offer instead and go right up to the 20 to start this attack. Hardman to tap it. Rippy picks his spot, goes headlong at the man who transgressed Casey Johnson. It's amazing how many times that happens in rugby league, isn't it? Ball comes across to Cresser and Costello.
Good ball.
That was a super ball, and then charging his way over, Josh Mulligan over on this left hand side of the field. Hardly anybody laid hands on him until the attempt came in from Campbell, and they've opened the scoring. That little bit of pressure was all it took. But what a line from Mulligan, and what a pass.
Yeah, I think the pass was just so sublime. I mean, but obviously if he wasn't running that line, he wouldn't have got over. 11 and a half minutes there, they managed to get on the score line. I've got to say, Clock's go forward have been really, really good, making strong yards up the middle and then spreading it out wide, and obviously they got the penalty there, and they're not frightened to move this ball about. Last time it was down, it was exactly the same. They were playing Pilks at that time. The ball will go out really, really well. Garrity, who obviously is orchestrating things.
Benson meanwhile with the conversion. He's put it across the face of the post.
To me, that looked over.
Well, he's looked round. He said, "I don't believe that." But it looks like from your position,
and I'm right behind him.
You're about 50 centimetres to my left-hand side, and from my angle, it looked like you missed that.
There you go.
So that's how close that one was. But it remains 4-0.
Which goes to show that if you've got touch judges, you're more likely to get those right.
Yeah, but there's times when we can't get officials to do North West Men's League games, so we're asking a bit much, aren't we? But no, I completely agree. It is something that the National Conference League are looking into.
Yeah. So 4-0 to Clockface. Thornhill just getting ready to get things underway with Ratcliffe just setting his kicking tee up, ready to get him to start. I've got to say, there was a little bit of rain about before, but it's certainly getting a lot warmer now, Parky.
I know, I'm sweating. I'm going to have to take this coat off, to be honest, There we go. Dispatched.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Arms on show and everything. Right.
Women swooning and everything. I've got to say, just looking behind us, there's a really good crowd here.
There is quite a lot on the left-hand side from Thornhill as well, so congratulations to those guys that have come over the Pennines to support their team.
I saw the call go out that there were spaces on the coach for coming over as well.
So, about to get this game back underway. Ratcliffe sends his restart long. Cresses underneath it, fires it into the arms of Costello. Costello's picking his spot, goes right at the hooker. Bailey Liu brings him down just over that 20-metre line. Hope you're enjoying the early coverage of this game, by the way, as it's down in the arms of Eccleston, looking to make a little bit of an impression on the defensive line. He's 30 out from his own line now on this left-hand side of the field. Back to the middle with Rigby, spinning in the tackle, thought of releasing it. Then I think he got the call from Oscar Hardman to keep hold. Just over that 30-metre line. Oh, there's left players in the ruck there. Poor penalty for Thornhill Trojans to give away then.
Same as last time, Parky. When they're in a strong position, they're letting themselves down.
So Hardman kicks the ball over our heads. Just looking behind us, we've got a wasp attacking some of the people behind us. I'm glad that they've not chosen to attack us. I was looking to see where that ball was going, actually. This is always the danger of when you kick a ball out at a community ground.
Whether you're going to get it back.
Whether you're going to get it back or whether you're going to get it back underway again. Yes, I'm just looking. They've only got 3 subs. Have Thornhill Trojans, so this would suggest that we've got a player that's not turned up today, especially with Wes Brown being out on the field.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody that we've not mentioned so far from a Thornhill Trojans point of view, perhaps he's the guy that's not on the field. But that's a great tackle coming in there, and I think it is by that man Wes Brown. Really did cut Oscar Hardman off. They'll scheme from dummy half, and Harrison Rigby does some rough, tough stuff just to get over that 30-metre line. They're in the middle of the field, the clock face miners. Off to the right, Cresser onto Benson. That wasn't the greatest of passes, but Ben Daniels does really well right until he came up against contact. And I think the point that he was trying to do, he was trying to shovel the pass on again, wasn't he? There's a bit of a term in rugby league sayings that you can't say as broadcast, but it's don't shovel the excrement on. So if you get a bad pass, you don't give. The likelihood is that if you get a bad pass, you're going to throw a bad pass.
I see.
So the idea is that you just settle it down at that particular stage. I don't think it's putting so many words though. So the scoreline remains 4-0 in favour of the host, but it's going to be Thornhill Trojans to take possession, and they're he's big for a standoff. Casey Johnson to feed this scrum. He's more loose forward built, isn't he?
Yeah, you're right. It's Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell looking to make an impression. There's 4 players around him. Yes. Eventually they bring him down. That'll be a slow played ball.
I think they understand the danger of indoor park, don't they? Getting so many in the tackle.
Yeah.
Nice
ball back on the inside there from Ollie Bucock to that man Wes Brown. Brown though controlled in the stop. Eccleston quickly amongst him. Mulligan also involved. Referee's patience holding, because that was a slow play the ball, that.
Yeah, certainly Clocker controlling this rock, aren't they?
They're slowing the play of the ball down and getting away with it at the moment. As Johnson shuffles across to the left, drops it back for some support. Nice little run coming in there. Play the ball to come in from Elliot Robson. Ball turned to this right side, Ratcliffe.
Like a ball.
Oh, it's out amongst the back line. Great run coming in down this right hand side. Impressive stuff, but equally strong defence from Eccleston. It was James Sheldon who made some good inroads down this side. There should be another set of 6 there. He's getting mauled on the floor. Last tackle, but Bailey Lee launches the kick high, launches it cross field. Oh, that ball should have been Conor McCartan's every day of the week.
Totally agree. And he had his eyes on it, didn't he?
He did, but then I think he got a call from a player inside saying it's mine, and the winger should have dominated that, because he was in a better position than the guy in field who dropped it.
He had his eyes on it right from the booth, and you could tell from where his positioning was, and he got it nailed.
And he would have took it.
But give him the due, give Thornhill the due. That kick was absolutely superb.
It was a great kick.
A right spiral kick.
It means like they're going to take possession again, doesn't it? About what, 20 metres out from the line? What can you tell us about these sides?
Well, I was just going to tell you that just earlier on, Hall on the wing and Sheldon is centre. If Hall had just overran him slightly, I think they could have possibly been in on this right hand side, but he just held it back.
Oh, we've got a penalty here in favour of Thornhill Trojans, offside at the scrum. I tell you what, Mikey Greensmith seemed to be really happy at them winning the penalty there. He came out of that scrum and gave a round of applause like he was just, applauding Don't Look Back in Anger at Eaton Park in the week. Tap taken by Thornhill Trojans. Johnson drops it back to the aforementioned Greensmith. Oh, and he's had the ball ripped from his grasp with 2 in. Oh.
It's getting a bit touchy, this, for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason why there's all this afters.
Yeah. Certainly not for the ball steal.
And that was stupid from Clockhill, Clockface.
Yeah. Certainly was.
I just invented a new club,
Clockhill. Yeah,
that's a combination of both these teams, isn't it?
Can I say, when these two teams met earlier in the season, it was victory for Clockface, 26 points to 6.
So pretty competitive. I'm sure scoring points has been a bit of a problem for Thornhill Trojans throughout this season. Let's see what they're like inside that 20 metre mark. Well, Johnson goes on a ranging run, just stopped in front of the try line. Lee shuffles it left. Oh, they've stuck the big fella on. Luke Hinchcliffe, and he is absolutely huge.
It's taking what for there.
Yeah.
There must be a gap somewhere here then.
Ratcliffe, short ball, good hands from him to Greensmith. Greensmith tackled underneath the posts, about 5 metres out from the line. They'll continue going down this right side. Nice little run forward by Bucock. Controlled, however, in the stop.
Yeah.
Just inside that final 10 metres. Oh, and Bailey Lee picks it up, darts forward, gains only a couple of metres, and it's the last tackle.
Needs to go well left.
Ratcliffe
Kick comes in.
Oh, I like that kick. That's a good looking kick. Oh, it was attempted to be palmed back inside the field of play, but ends up being just a little bit too big, that kick. But I really liked it.
Yeah, the idea was good. I thought on this right hand side they weren't getting the ball out quick enough.
Now,
they could have had advantage there.
Is it me, or have they actually brought their in goal areas in a bit? Because it can be quite deep here, can't it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't look as deep. Now, maybe once upon a time that would have been a brilliant kick, but it's Clockface Miners who are bringing the ball out well from their own end, just over their own 40. Hardman passes infield to Costello. Costello has Rigby running alongside him. Good inroads between the front row.
Got to say, Park, he's making some yards, is Rigby. Really is.
Well, it helps running that line outside of someone like Costello who can put you into a hole. But I know they're talking about holes. He's been created, one of his own there. Max Adamson streaming through, tackled 20 metres from the line by Johnny Campbell. Referee allows this to play on as Costello sends it left. Geraghty passes to no one in particular. It's cleaned up, however, by Alex Burke. Burke kicks over the top. Oh, he's chasing after this one. Is that going to stay in? Yes, it is. That is audacious. What a try from Alex Burke. He kicked over the top, and I have to say, Mikey Greensmith didn't know what had hit him. He was expecting the ball to bounce in a completely different direction, and it took a real off break straight into the arms there of Alex Burke, and he scores the second try after 22 minutes.
22 minutes, Parky, yeah. Every time stood still though. Did you notice? He put the ball over and everybody just stood still as though, this is going to go dead. But he had the conviction to back that up, to follow it. The bounce, as you say, was like, I can tell you've been doing a bit of cricket commentary there.
What's that? What did I say?
A bit of an off break.
Bit of an off break. Oh, yeah, it did. It kind of came back, didn't it?
Came back to him and straight into his hands, and he's gone in under the sticks. Yeah, excellent bit of thought there from the Potfest guys.
Reece Nicholson preparing to come on the field in front of us for Thornhill Trojans, who are just set up to our left-hand side. We've never been this close to a set of coaching staff and players, have we?
Certainly not.
Any of the games that we've done.
Adds the extras this time.
10 points to nil. Nathan Benson adding his first goal, and he's coming back from that one with a big smile on his face this time. Yeah, we don't really want to get any closer, because at this rate we could be ending up
we could end up on playing 10 minutes in the second half.
We'd have to sign up for the NCL registration first of all. I think what saved us is that they won't be able to register us in time because the game's kicked off. Plus, if anybody's ever seen my rugby skills, they'll know why I'm on this side of the mic. Anyway, 10 points nil in favour of Clockface Miners, and I've got to say, after a dominant opening, 5-6 minutes from Thornhill, they're in a good spot in this game, eh?
Yeah, Clockface have started to build into it, and as I said, they're making some great meters up the middle there. The forwards are doing a really, really good job, and as you say, off the back of Costello and obviously Geraghty's passing, Rigby especially has really impressed me in this first half.
Yeah, Mulligan as well.
Yeah,
that loose forward. He's come up with some really telling runs so far. And that try for his efforts as well as Ratcliffe gets us back underway. That's a lengthy restart. Underneath that is Cressler again. And like last time, he's found Costello. And Costello, a little bit of late footwork there on Bailey Lee, but he didn't fall for it. They've stopped on the 20-metre line. Oh, but that's a great run coming forward. A superb run, that from Ethan Chadwick. Lovely short ball. Approaching the 40-metre line and just beyond Clockface Miners. We were nearly joined by the physio for special comments then. That's how close we are, and that's a great run forward there from Harry Coxhill. Quick play of the ball from Coxhill as well. Interesting story about him. He's been playing rugby union. Had been in the Lim rugby union system. recently joined the club and has worked his way into the first team. He's a massive figure of a man.
Yes.
Kick comes in from Geraghty on the last. It's into no man's land. Campbell has it covered. Then finds himself overwhelmed. He's brushed it back. He's trying to rely on his pace. He's gone over the top of a man. And he's still going. He's kicked up the pace again. He's into the backfield. He's up to halfway. Ends up being a brave stop there from Nathan Benson. But what a run from Johnny Campbell. Gets to the halfway line. You know what? He was an excitement machine during his championship days. You can tell.
You can see that.
Still an exciting run. And then a good run coming in from Reece Nicholson off the back of it. They're really struggling to get to grips with the big fella. And he is a big man, to be honest, Nicholson.
I think he was looking to offload it, actually. Oh.
He's won that penalty. Current penalty count, by the way, 6-2 to Thornhill Trojans.
Really?
Yeah. And yet it's Clock Face Miners who lead by 10 points to 0. So they've had no problem actually getting down there. But actually getting through, they're a bit Saints-like at the moment. They didn't have a clue on Thursday night. Come on, Steve, you've got to be honest.
And the other man who doesn't like Super League.
Yeah, but I was there reporting for League Express though. So Rug comes in from Wes Brown. But yes, I would sooner be here.
Yeah.
This is true. So Brown, 30 metres out from the line. Lee hands it on to Nicholson. Nice footwork from him.
He's a big lad as well.
He's a right handful.
And he does that bit where he turns and looks to try and get an offload.
Brown goes on the short run. About 10 metres away from the line.
And there it is. Clock been penalised for holding down.
Yeah, another set of 6 tackles that rather than the penalty. But here's a run from Bucock. Not scared to take the defence on, and probably the right decision there. Drags the defence and moves them over, which means there's got to be a gap somewhere. Nicholson tries to exploit it in the middle.
Good tackle, bringing the brig down now.
It was Costello, the man who came up with the stop. Off to this right hand side. Johnson steps, bursts again. Just going to be held up close. Lee scheming. Moves it to Bucock. Good tackle, Benson.
Good tackle.
All over him like a rash there. Hangs on a little bit and then there's no need for Lee to go in there. Referee's going to get his...
Strangely enough, a lot of these little scrapes, etc., Benson's been involved in at some shape or other.
He's not a frustrated front rower in the back's toddy, is it?
He needs a few full English breakfasts to become a proper thing. He's a live young beast, you can tell. What's the referee going to say? I think going to have a word about him. Just settling things down. There was nothing in it.
I think that's what referees decided, to be honest.
Nothing into it.
So on we go again. This time it's Lee. Tries to skip away from dummy half. Nicholson took a tumble in the background. I'm not sure whether
it was off the ball.
Yeah, I think it might have been a bit of off the ball there. Oh, that's an interesting kick.
Oh, yes. Lovely little kick. So the pressure started to pay off now for Thornhill, and they managed to go in that far left-hand side. Little kick in there, and they've gone down and to get 4 points. Can they increase their lead, increase their score on the 29th minute mark?
I think it was Ratcliffe who scored it, to be honest. Yeah, it was a lovely kick out to that side over there. Ratcliffe was the man who chased through and touched down.
The weight on the kick was really, really good.
And we've seen this a couple of times from Casey Johnson, actually, haven't we? You know, a really intelligent sort of player who's obviously got a bit of a short fuse as well. So, as you mentioned, 29 minutes gone, Steve. And Casey Johnson threading the kick through. Touchdown by Sam Ratcliffe. He's been in some point scoring form lately, hasn't he, Ratcliffe? He's always a player that we've mentioned on our Wednesday shows.
Yeah, his name's always there, isn't it? Thereabouts.
I suppose it helps he's a goal kicker as well. You often get your name on the score sheet if you're a goal kicker, don't you?
And he's just lining up again to try and bring the score. Strange marching, kicking style. Just bends one step back, follows through.
No. That looks like it was a similar sort of thing to the one of Benson's in the foot.
Yeah. Well, they thought depending where you stood, it was over or not.
Yeah, because he's sort of like looking up, and they're obviously giving him a little bit of stick from the touchline there, and he's like saying, I thought I got that. So 10 points to 4 is the score. It was needed, that. The game needed it. Thornhill Trojans needed it as well. They're back in the contest. I think the clock face bench, he's still giving Ratcliffe some stick there. He's got a big grin on his face on that far side of the field. He's been there and done it. Yeah. Very vastly experienced player for Thornhill.
Just waiting for the ball to return so we can get things underway. Referee just having a word with the clock face fullback who's going to get things underway.
Maybe this is why they've taken in the in-goal areas, so it's quicker to get the ball back.
It doesn't seem to work.
Because to be fair here, it is a wide open space, isn't it? It's a wide open ground.
So it's Benson to get things back underway. Comes in, and off we go.
Oh, it's a mid-range restart. Johnson's coming a long way for it. Takes it well, takes the tackle as well. Tell you what though, that was a sliding effort down his legs in the tackle from Conor McCartan. If Paul Wellens had seen that, he'd be complaining for weeks in the press. Thornhill in possession, 22 metres away from their own line. Steve's not biting. And neither is this defence. Solid effort so far all round as Bucock. Oh, he's thrown the dummy. Couldn't quite get away from the clutches there of Costello.
Good tackle, driven back.
Outstretched his arms there. Now, Ethan Chadwick also involved in that stop as well. Here's the other big fella for Thornhill Trojans, Luke Hinchcliffe, proving a handful to put down, but they're only 40 metres out from their own line. They've gone through the set of 6 tackles as well. Ball turns to Campbell's put snow on that one. It's spinning, it's swirling. Oh, that's so difficult. And no wonder that it's been knocked on by Benson. Straight away Ratcliffe goes over and does the awkward pat on the back.
You see the thing, what's happened now, Parker? Apart from you knocking my pen on the floor.
Yeah, no, that was released. I'm not conceded a penalty for that.
They know that Benson's got a bit of a short fuse, so all those little things like that, they'll sort of just poke the bird, as it were.
What a kick that was from Johnny Campbell, though. I mean, he sent that up. It was swirling, it was spinning, it was dead awkward, wasn't it?
So
let's be honest. There's probably some international fullbacks would have struggled to take that kick.
I agree. But it was the right thing to do, and you've got to see now, can they capitalise on this and get some more points on the board? Putting themselves in a great position. Even if they don't score, they need to spend time down here.
I mean, I know it's warm, but they're wasting a lot of their own time here, Thornhill.
Yeah.
Could do with picking up the pace of this game a little bit.
But again, as I say, Clockface have been controlling the ruck, haven't they? Referees pinged them only once. So whether that will change anything, I doubt it, unless referee pings it a bit more regular. But it's the right, underway.
We are underway. Oh, he's got a lovely sleight of hand about him with Reece Nicholson. I mean, he stepped, a bit of late footwork. Now, you know, as I said, that there's players out there who must be forwards in back bodies. He's a back in a forwards body. Hinchcliffe throws his weight forward as well. He's inside the 10-metre mark for Thornhill Trojans. They're in hunt of their second try of this game, trailing by 10 points to 4. Nicholson goes headlong for the line, twisting, spinning, has the ball ripped from his grasp again.
Offside.
Well, no, there was a ball rip there.
Was it?
Yeah, it was over the top of the ball. I think they got away with the offside, to be fair.
Yeah,
but it was the silliness in the tackle which conceded the penalty.
And there was space out on this right hand side here.
So Lee taps it. Referee says, "You've not took it from the right spot, sir. Come back." So Lee taps, does exactly the same move, goes to Nicholson, who drags 4 defenders into him again. Still goes after contact, still going.
Not shy of work, is he?
Oh, he's just tackled back inside the field of play. Slow play the ball. Lee scoops it left. Johnson throws a dummy. L goes a bit slow motion though. It's almost like he was waiting for Campbell to pop into the gap, but then Campbell just said, I'm alright for this one. He'll take the next carry instead and drops it cold. He was looking up at the defence. And then that's a bit of a crazy pass from Clockface, but the centre, Alex Burke, making the most of it. It's a very physical game, this one, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And the ball goes loose. Referee waves play on. Clockface still in possession. Still inside their own, 20-metre line. Cresser from dummy half into Garrity. And then he's put down by the substitute Ethan Chadwick. So Thornhill back in possession. Can they get themselves over the line? Short running there is Elliot Robson. Good carry. Certainly amongst heavy traffic there. He's 20 metres away from the line. Ball turned back in field, looking for Nicholson. Nicholson again tries to twist and spin within the challenge. Finds himself overwhelmed on this occasion. They got to grips with him really well there, and it'll be a really slow play of the ball. He's feeling the after effects of it. He's the big man. Lee to his left hand side to Johnson. Johnson this time moves it back, looking for Zach Hay. Hay's tackled though, 12 metres out from the line. Lee moves the ball back in field. Bucock got the shout to his right, and that was a real brave carry that from Edley Harris.
Well, we get the little kick to the wing again.
Ball move left. Johnson. It's over the top. Campbell to the wing. Campbell's got it. Campbell gets it back in field. Then it's scooped back to the man at the back, Zach Hay. He releases it as well. That's a lovely kick from Johnson.
Yeah.
And then it's kicked into the goal area. Unfortunately, as far as Clockface goes, because it wasn't the most convincing of kicks out of play, was it, from Benson?
It wasn't. I thought it just kicked it straight across and kept inside.
Yeah, so you're right. So rather than kicking it, booting it towards the houses at the back, he actually booted it across field, didn't he?
Yeah.
Whew. So they continue to apply this pressure, don't they?
But Thornhill really putting some pressure on and playing some really smart rugby. I mean, that kick into the in-goal earlier, then kick back on the turn, and really caused real confusion there. But can they come away with some points? It's pointless having all the pressure and not coming away with anything.
Exactly. Ratcliffe put under pressure, managed to release the ball, but then he's picked back by Clockface. But Nicholson tackles right around the ball and drags him down. Certainly the crowd behind us wasn't too happy as Danny Taburn was overwhelmed. Radcliffe has stopped down in the backfield. This is why we've got this stoppage.
Yeah, that was from the jump, wasn't it?
That was from he jumped first of all, fell awkwardly, kind of palmed the ball back in field, and that's how Clockface managed to retrieve possession. It was a really good play down that far side from Ben Daniels. I think he was quick onto it, and he's been prominent on that right side, hasn't he, for Clock?
He certainly has. I mean, this game is just swinging a little bit into Thornhill's flavour at the moment, isn't it?
Currently 10 points to 4. That's what they're trailing. And what we did notice in that last set, and I wonder whether we'll see a little bit more of it, is Campbell's gone back to fullback, but for a lot of the attack of that last play in possession, it was actually Zach Hay who'd moved in off the wing, and he'd shipped over to the wing.
Yeah. Well, there's a ploy, if you notice, the kick goes over to Campbell, who obviously is a good jumper, who knocked the ball back to the centre. And they've tried it a couple of times now. And, I mean, it's an interesting play in the sense that if you've got the players that are available, but with this pressure, they've got to try and get something out of it. I mean, obviously, they're not far away here, but it's a bit frustrating, that.
Play back underway, and Eccleston in possession for Clockface Miners. He plays it just inside of the halfway line, juggled by Gerrity, who gets it back into the arms of Coxhill. Coxhill pushes forward, second effort, good yards again from the young fella. Play the ball, he's a slow one, comes infield to Gerrity. Gerrity lines it up for Cresser. Cresser back to Benson. Benson on the short ball there for Daniels, who just lost it under pressure.
Yeah, it's forward, wasn't it?
Unlucky there. Unlucky, and Daniels was going really well. He's complaining to the referee that it was ripped from his grasp, but you can't have a captain's challenge at this level.
So interesting, we've got up to must be all on half time. Shortly Parker, but on the 40 minutes on the clock. Just any injury time being added on now. That's flew, hasn't it?
It has. It's been a quick half, hasn't it? Some good stuff played by both teams.
Yeah.
Clock in ascendancy. And they've got the put in at this scrum, actually. So referee has blown that in favour of them. Perhaps the captain's challenge was successful. I didn't see it that way. I thought it'd just been lost, but referee ruling it had hit the Thornhill hands first. So Geraghty launches the attack to Benson off to this left. Great tackle.
Great. Oh, ripped as well.
What a tackle.
Superb.
Stand up, Johnny Campbell, and be counted for your side. That was a superb tackle on Callum Johnson, and a really good move from the base of the scrum, actually, where the ball ended up in the arms of Nathan Benson. I thought he perhaps had that little bit of pace to go himself, but he did do the teamwork thing, worked it out to his wingman, and then what a challenge that came the way of Callum Johnson by Johnny Campbell. What a hit, and it dislodged the ball as well.
So has it gone down this? Yeah.
He was like an exocet missile.
Well,
there,
he weighed him up. He knew he had the touchline as his friend there.
He's now got onto this right wing, if you've noticed. So Thornhill back in possession. Addy going to try and find Johnson down this side. He's lurking. That's a good tackle there on Reece Nicholson.
Very nearly lost the ball there, managed to regather it again.
4 players into that stop again. Bailey Lee at dummy half. Passes in field for Campbell. Sevens like out to Hinchcliffe. Not much of a sevens player build from him, but he rolls his way forward beyond his own 30 metre line. That's where he'll play it to Ratcliffe, who spins it to his left hand side. Nice little late step there from Ryan Mitchell, but the defence came in, and that is all that we've got. The referee's whistle signals half time, and we go to the break 10 points to 4 in favour of Clockface. So for a lot of the half, it has been all Thornhill Trojans. They've led on the penalty count. They've certainly had the most of the attacking position in this game, but it's Clockface that have been able to defend it and score a couple of tries, the first of which came after 12 minutes. A lovely delayed pass from Costello releasing Josh Mulligan to the posts. Unfortunately for Nathan Benson, his kick was ruled wide, and then a second try followed for Clock. This was a bit of individual brilliance. Alex Burke chipping over the top, the bounce deceiving absolutely everybody, and then Burke never gave up on it and ended up scoring. That was converted by Benson, 10 points to 0. And then Thornhill, they did turn some of that position and possession into points. After 29 minutes, it came courtesy of a Casey Johnson kick, Sam Ratcliffe touching down. They had a couple of opportunities after that, but it is 10 points to 4 at half time. Steve, your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree with you there about initially Thornhill started off and they were looking to have some pressure. Then Clock started to build into it and obviously took those tries. That second one, as you say, the little chip over and following through. Everybody, it was like time stood still. And he just managed to back himself and went in under the sticks. But then Thornhill, they started to hit back at lots of pressure. Probably disappointed they've not come away with a little bit more than what they have, but needless to say, I've liked Nicholson since he's come on, done some really, really good work and done lots of work as well. Obviously Campbell at fullback or wing, wherever he's playing, has been
the ubiquitous Campbell.
Oh yeah. And he really, really sets the tone for their side. From a Clockface point of view, got to say Rigby at number 8 has really, really set the platform with you were interested about Mulligan at number 13, another one who was sort of adding weights to things and doing really, really well. When they get the ball, they're moving the balls quick, fast from side to side, but yeah, it's evenly balanced. I'm looking forward to this second half.
It is evenly balanced. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. But the last time that we did one of these National Conference League games, we were over at Waterhead Warriors. They were up against Siddle on that day. So I hope you don't mind if we bring you our own audio highlights from that day. We'll be right back after these. Joy sets himself for the line, drives it hard and straight, and he's 5 metres out. He'll play this ball to Perks. Perks will look to his right, plays it to Keegan Brennan. Brennan out to Owen, and then it's further wide. It could be in, and they have crossed. It's the first try of the game. Goes the way of Matt Holland, filling in for the injured Tim Bridge, who hasn't made the starting lineup this afternoon. And Holland opens that scoring. It was wide passes, and he showed some real strength there, didn't he? So that try comes 11 minutes into the game. Ball to be brought to the right hand side for Greenwood. Ackroyd plays it out to Hosty. Hosty, that was a lovely face ball. They've dived in at the corner. What a pass from Lewis Hosty. That was inch perfect. Sam Walsh with the try.
Absolutely quality there, Parker. We know what he's like when he gets the ball with regards to speed. He can really motor, but joined the line, a superb pinpoint pace pass out to the wing, and Siddle post a 4-pointer.
And now this is the standoff. Milnes just scragged and dragged to the floor. Harry Milnes. Referee waves all on. It was the last tackle. They'll come forward again. Here's Keenan Smithies. Smithies twists, turns. He's put it down, slams it down under the post, and Siddle celebrates. Greenwood at dummy half. Long ball left. Milnes slips it out. Lovely ball. On the charge. That was great. And they're sliding in. It's Lewis Hosty who goes in, but that was all brilliant from Josh Milnes. I think that also Danny Williams was involved, and sliding over for his second try of the game, Lewis Hosty. But here's Sam Walsh, very nifty on his feet inside the 20-metre line. He goes. Greenwood from dummy half, dummies to the left, brings it to the right. Hosty kicks forward. Hosty, he's won the race. Has he touched that down? Is the referee going to give this one?
I think he is.
He does point to the spot. That was real quality individual stuff from Hosty. He spotted that Hamilton was just a little bit behind the play of the ball. He was just ever so slightly not in position, and we're only talking by about a metre here. Dow gets through the first carry, gets through the second challenge. He's 5 metres out from the line. Last tackle signalled here. Siddle though on the charge. Ball will go to this right side with Ackroyd. Ackroyd across. Lovely hands.
Lovely play again.
Superb pass. It came out just at the right time. Henry Turner on to Sam Walsh. Walsh has his second try. Barker goes on the charge. Horner finds him with the hit. Hosty's also involved as well. Keenan Smithies too. Ball moved to the right hand side. In fact, he's picked it up as Perks. He dummied. I fell for the dummy.
I think he's in.
I thought he'd passed, but Perks, he kept it under his wing and dived over the line. Brilliant work from him. Greenwood slides it into touch. Referee blows his watch, checks the whistle, blows for full time. It's another win for Siddle. This one on the road. They won this afternoon by 30 points to 12 against Waterhead.
Green Cooling scores with the 13 Pro-Am Community Rugby League Show.
Yes, we're back at Crawford Street, approaching the second half, and that is going to be immortalised in my commentary, isn't it?
Yeah.
The end of that. What was it? Blows his watch and checks his whistle.
That's the one. Absolute blinder.
So this game.
Do you know what? Until we were editing, I was editing and putting that together. I didn't realise at the time that you'd said that.
Well, I never realised what I say in commentary, So you
I wonder
could
how
just
many
do
times
that.
you've actually said that over the years.
I don't know. That might be the first and the last time.
I can see BBC Radio Company scrambling through the archives now to see how many times you've done it up at Workington.
I've not done it at Workington. I know that much this season, but yeah. So we're at half time in this one. 10 points to 4 in favour of the hosts, Clockface Miners, who are just about ready to come back out from the dressing rooms. Thornhill had the words of their coaching staff given to them. What do you think will have been said, Steve? much of the same, I think. I mean, because they've played well. I think obviously they've got to be patient, don't rush things, because they're not that far off. But what it's so easy to do now is start to throw the ball around aimlessly, trying to get back in. What you got to do is build pressure, obviously, on the clock line. I always find here there's a slight, it's only a very slight uphill, and Clock were playing against that in the first half. Now, I always find that all the points will be scored at the one end, which is the end that Clockface are defending now. It's surprising now when you're playing uphill that, yeah, I know it sounds
which way does this slope then? Because I don't quite see it.
I think it slopes. It's lower at our right hand side to the left, only slightly.
So the right hand side was the end which Thornhill were attacking in the first half.
Yeah.
Okay. But you've seen the bulk of points scored at the top end.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that because the mountaineering gears? Is that what we've not mentioned? Yeah.
But I've got to say, I noticed during the half time why Thornhill were having obviously a debrief, etc. Campbell was in the thick of things, explaining various stuff of what they need to do, which you can understand from his experience, and filling that into the team and getting them to move.
You know what? He was a real joy to watch during his years in the Championship, particularly Batley.
Yeah.
I think he did about 7 or 8 seasons with them. A regular try scorer, a real attacking threat, a superb player at that level. And then, you know, it's good to see.
When he was with Batley, what position did he play?
He was more a winger. Yeah. But, you know, but again, he would do this where he'd pop up in positions where you weren't particularly expecting. Really good rugby nous about him.
Well, that's utilising him, because we've seen him in a couple of different positions now, and he's not been bad at any, has he?
No.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. If you've got a guy like him in your arsenal, as they say,
it's great to see him still running around. Actually,
yeah.
You know,
although he's hobbling a little bit at the moment, but I'm sure that won't cause him any problems.
Giving his effort back to the community game
and his experience.
So we're just seconds away from the start of this second half. It's going to be Thornhill to kick to clock face. Sam Ratcliffe gets us underway again. Sends his kick long. And it's been errored there. From a clock face point of view,
nobody from the back wanted to come for that ball at all.
Again, it was kind of like, it was similar to that kick, which in what I mean is nobody reacted. And everybody just looked at it and just went, that is a bouncing ball, that's a bouncing ball, oh my god, that's bounced the wrong way.
So right at the beginning of the second half, we've got Thornhill on the attack.
Yes, and they'll go on the charge through Mikey Greensmith. He made a bit of an impression early doors. Tries to win the penalty by cocking his leg up as it was lifted. Referee not having any of it. Big run coming in from Wes Brown down this left-hand side. Challenges 3-4 players to come in to stop him. Lee at dummy half. He's given some sterling service from that position.
Good ball.
Bucock moved it back. Under pressure to Greensmith. Greensmith has his shirt ripped from his back. He's losing ground as well. That's a good tackle. I think there's a couple of those Clockface Miners players want to play for Thornhill, trying to rip the jersey off as it goes out amongst the back line to Campbell, who comes back towards the middle and offloads, looking for Hedley Harris. Harris gets the step going. Inside the 20 metre line, he disappears underneath a 2-man challenge, plays it in front of the post, comes out left. Here's Johnson, short ball! And the ball is then released out from the centre. Ryan Mitchell, he was looking for Zach Hay, his winger, down this side, and the ball just drifted out of play behind him. He was a fraction in front, I think. But they'd had him open then.
They did. But was it a case of what I was saying before? Don't force it. Perhaps he should have took the tackle there and just see where things have gone. But nevertheless, what they need now is a good set of 6, defensive set of 6 here to keep him at this end. Let's see what Clockface can make of this.
So referee is ruling a scrum here. It's going to be head and feet to Clockface Miners. Got to say our referee Jamie Broomhead's having a really good game.
Yeah, I agree.
We're not really talking about him. He's giving penalties where he's got to give them.
Clock back in possession. Oh, here's a run.
Yes.
Opening his legs here is Ben Daniels. Approaching the halfway line. Campbell's giving up the chase. He's going all the way.
Beautiful.
What a run from Ben Daniels. Breaking from the scrum. Going fully 70, 80 metres. What a run. What a try. What a score.
Yeah, we got about 3 minutes into the second half, and as you said, I said, let's see what Clockfront can do from this. I meant about going maybe to just over the halfway line, but no, ball came out, one little pass inside, and he backed himself. And as I said before, Campbell trying to run him down there, but he got so far, and as I say, he was carrying a bit of a limp early doors during that second half. You could notice as he made that worse. That's the thing. But yeah, great run, great try from Daniels.
14 points to 4, kick to come. Benson will take his time.
Obviously, his pace was running downhill there. You see, Parker.
You know what though? I mean, it was a really good piece of play. That yes, as soon as he got hold of the ball, the way he was able to shift through the gears, he'd done it basically in 4 steps.
Yeah.
So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in my stride and I've gone.
And the thing was, like a sprint athlete, he opened his legs, didn't he, and got his knees high and just backed himself.
At risk of sounding like a rugby league game, he was running like a rugby league gazelle down that left-hand side. Yes.
Not seen any dogs here today.
Well, he was like a gazelle with a lion chasing him. Benson. That's the goal.
That's the extras.
16 points to 4 in favour of Clotface. Second goal of the game for Benson as well.
So Thornhill got to try and get back into this game now.
You know what, that's like a 12-point turnaround, isn't it? Because they went so close to scoring at the other end, did Thornhill, and then straight from the scrum. Wow. Daniels showing us his wares.
He certainly did.
Superb attacking prowess.
Again, waiting for the ball. So hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Don't forget to just give us a like if you're enjoying it. It makes all the difference, and we know that people are enjoying what we're doing, because we enjoy it. So hope you are too.
Now we're into this second half. Currently 16 points to 4 in favour of Clockface Miners. Radcliffe sends the ball long and high. Cresses underneath it. Hands it on. Oh, that was a crunching tackle which went in there on Connor McCartan. Very, very physical stuff there from Ryan Mitchell. McCartan pointing out at Mitchell as well. That could be something to watch out for.
Yep.
So Clock still in possession. Running the ball from in their own end. Ethan Chadwick. Good yards from him. Judging just beyond the 40-metre line. Picked up out of dummy half now and worked across the middle. This time Harry Coxill will cross the halfway line. Trying to make things uncomfortable in the challenges, aren't they, Thornhill? Yeah. Good hands there, but eventually just released from Eccleston. It's picked up. They're off down the right-hand side of the field. Thornhill, good run back towards the middle.
Yeah, sensible.
You know what, that was superb actually from Bailey Lee. I had to check the number because I didn't believe it was a hooker that was running it. It looked more like the fullback had gone on to that one. Oh, that's a big carry, a brave carry from Headley Harris. Doesn't make too much headway. Plays it 25 metres out. Here's Lee, gets rid of one. Goes again, tackled on his back, 20 metres out from the line. Thornhill Trojans on the charge. Can they get a try back? Where's Brown? Brings it back towards the middle. Spins, twists, turns, drags 2 defenders down to the ground with him.
We got Campbell drifting over to this left-hand side.
And he takes possession, drops it back over his shoulder. Radcliffe moves it back inside. The ball is spilled by Casey Johnson. Just again looked like it was going to open up for Thornhill, didn't it? But the accuracy of the inside pass wasn't quite there. Campbell certainly having some running repairs being done to that thigh. I mean, he is a key player for them.
Yeah,
you can
very
see
much.
that now, can't you? So they'll do everything he can to make sure that he stays on the field of play.
Yeah. And fair dues to him. Obviously, he's said, "Yeah, just strap me up, and
I'll still give everything I've got and more."
Because the thing is, if he's on the pitch, even if he's on the pitch, the clock side knows the danger.
They do. So Cressy to feed this scrum. Clock have manoeuvred 3 players down this right side, lulling him into a false sense of security as Alex Burke is tackled, loses a little bit of ground to the big centre. Bucott, 1 or 2 players involved there. The other one was Ryan Mitchell. Under a little bit of pressure here, Eccleston brings it down that left side. I'm sure we've seen Eccleston in the past play centre in the second row today. Well tackled there. It was a big run coming in from Harry Coxill again. Impressive is that young man. Continue to come away from their own end and finding the going tough clock.
Yeah, good set of 6 this.
30 metres out from their own line. Ratcliffe is all wrapped up within that play of the ball. Couldn't do much there as Cressy kicks early in the tackle count. It's a great kick that. Turns the defence right around. There's big work here for the winger to do. Oh, he's lost the ball as well. He's picked up, they're going to score. And touchdown on that far side. Callan Johnson picking up the pieces for Clockface Miners. I can't believe that they've actually scored from that kick. That was a huge kick down the ground from Geordie Cressy. It looked like Ben Hall had all day on the ball. But then it bounced, it bobbled, it trickled around him, and he dillied and he dallied, and the ball was lost. And picking up the pieces there for the 4th try of the game was Callan Johnson.
Yeah, I've got to say that 9 minutes into the second half just showed that whether they'd spotted, obviously, that Campbell wouldn't be able to get to that because he was hobbling over. The wingers come in, possibly should have come in earlier to try and take it, but it's not as if it was something he couldn't have dealt with. But what you've got to say is, give Clock the due. They backed that ball up. They were there. If they weren't there,
they were. It was a great chase.
Yeah, so well done to Clockface.
20 points to 4. Kick to come from the touchline. Well, just a couple of metres in from the touchline anyway, from Nathan Benson.
His most difficult one so far.
He spent a bit of time at Wigan. In his CV, Benson sends this goalward. Has he got enough of it? No, it's waved away. So 20 points to 4 is how it remains, but it's now looking high and handsome, to be fair, for Clock. Those 2 early scores in this second half really putting some distance between them.
So let's see what Thornhill can do from here.
And Ben Hall is limping off after making that error. To be fair to him, I think he did get absolutely clattered by the player which came in who were chasing.
Yeah. But as I say, I mean, the guy was there, wasn't he, to pounce on the ball and to put pressure on Hall.
So Ratcliffe back on halfway for Thornhill. We now trail by 20 points to 4. He's kicked it short. Oh, that's great play from Thornhill. It's contested by Clockface, and what's happened is because they have contested it in front of the 10-metre line, they're the man who are offside.
Yeah. Clever little play there from Ratcliffe.
Really good play from Ratcliffe.
Cheeky little smile on his face there. Bit of banter.
I like that from Ratcliffe. They'll take the metres off her as well to go a little bit further down the ground. They're not out of this game by any stretch.
No, they need to be the next to score though, Dave, don't they? I mean, there's no ifs or buts about it.
Certainly this position might help them. Bailey Lee taps it into the big figure of Elliot Robson. Oh, he got rattled to the deck. 35 metres out from the line. Bailey Lee clears the ruck. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that, but he's got away with it. And there's Greensmith. Overwhelmed again in midfield. Some solid defence. I think leading the way was Harrison Rigby. back on the field. Casey Johnson taking the line on. He's a big awkward figure to try and deal with as well defensively. Over the 30-metre line he crosses. Lee to his right hand side. Bucock. Short ball juggled by Greensmith. Nearly made it through the line as well, the Greensmith, thanks to that juggle. Continue probing down the right. Bucock again drops it over his shoulder looking for Ratcliffe. You can tell he used to be a back, can't you, with the way he stepped there. Inside the 20-metre line they go. Last tackle. Casey Johnson, clever kick for the back line again. It well picked up there by Conor McCartan. He can't escape from his in-goal area. That's great.
Good defending
from the Thornhill Trojans, forcing the dropout.
Credit there. So easy to give up on those kicks, isn't it? Especially when you're trailing like they are at the moment.
This is what I say though.
Yeah.
They score a try. They're right back in this contest. Lewis Brooker's come onto the field. He's just in front of us in our position. That kick is a tremendous one. It bounces, it bobbles, it finds the floor and gets beyond the halfway line. Ratcliffe though picks his spot, makes some good meters, but he'll be penalised for raising the elbow.
Yeah. This is where they shoot themselves in the foot through either silly little plays and daft tricks like that. Going to be right under the gun again now once they've taken this 10 yards or even put a kick to touch.
Court killers.
Yeah, definitely.
It's no wonder you see the bulk of coaches either lacking hair or grey.
Yeah.
Benson finds a good touch. Just checking that you've still got windows in your vehicle.
Windows in my vehicle, but
you're all right. It's safe.
Just scatter the balls on the bowling green. Woods, it is, isn't it? Not balls. It's woods on the bowling green.
Is it?
Yeah.
So is that where you can't see the woods for the trees? Is that where you've got it a bit wrong in a bowling green?
Good drive. Harbender.
Next man off the rank there is a mysterious number 16 that we've not got, but we've never mentioned Leighton Hosker, so I'm guessing it's him. Moved across to the left hand side. Mulligan keeps it moving. Good work from Benson. Out to Burke, who steps the line. He's gone in as Burke sailed his way over.
That's his second one, isn't it? Go on. 15 minutes gone in this second half, and clock have gone in again just to that left hand side. Some great ball through hands over to the left hand side. Benson put in
Alex Burke in for his second.
Alex Burke in.
You know, that was a really good backline move, that wasn't it? Off to that left hand side, really drew the defence in, and there was no answer. I think they're going home with the point.
They're coming home certainly with a wet sail, aren't they? There's nothing no buts there.
That's now the third try of the second half as far as clock face miners are concerned.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a different kicker. Is it Garrity? Go on out, have a go.
Yeah, he is a
decent kicker and all that.
Oh, you said it now. You've said it. I'm going to let you take the stick if he misses this one.
There you go. Get him all day.
So he has kicked it.
He certainly has.
You could have said so. 26 points to 4. In favour of clock face, of course. Oh, you're enjoying our coverage this afternoon. National Conference League Live. We are 13 Pro-Am Community Rugby League show, and we do like adding a little bit of fun to our commentaries as well, and a little bit of banter. So I hope you don't mind that. It gets us through and hopefully entertains you a little bit as well, as we take the mickey out of each other at certain points of the game. 26 points to 4 here. Commanding performance so far in the second half from clock face miners, who have been clinical.
Yeah. Every chance they've had, they've taken it, haven't they? At the end of the day, that's what Thornhill didn't do in the first half. They had chances, they'd spent plenty of time down in the clock, sort of danger zone as it were, but never came away with anything.
So back on the halfway line, Ratcliffe. I don't think he's going for a short one this time. Bit of a mid-ranger.
Yeah.
Underneath that one were Clockface Miners, and they're roving and rolling their way over the 30-metre line. Bucott, one of 3 men in the challenge, just about holding on. Now Burke, 2-try man. We know he's got good footwork, but he's actually a strong runner.
He's a big lad for a centre, isn't he?
He is a big lad. You could easily stick him in the second row, couldn't you?
Easy.
Comes out to Mulligan on this right side now. He rolls forward, tackled by Campbell, who's now playing as a loose forward. So Ratcliffe, who started the game, has gone fullback.
Yeah.
This is more of what I'd seen Ratcliffe, as it's run from dummy half now from Danny Tabern. This is more of what I've seen of Ratcliffe this season.
Yeah.
Operating a little bit of fullback. Cresser finds the ball across to Gerrity. Gerrity keeps it moving. Eccleston finds this man again. Alex Burke. Burke handing on. They're going in at the corner. Has he touched down? Has he got it down? Referee is saying he's held up.
Oh,
what a
good
tackle.
defence. Good
that
defence.
Is on Cowan Johnson.
What lovely move, though.
That was a great tackle.
Yeah, lovely move. Ball through hands at speed, and to bring him down, going at that speed, they've done really well.
Is it just delaying the inevitable that he's knocked on? He's knocked on an incorrect play of the ball.
There you go. Now we're talking coach killers.
Yep. There's one for Lee Cunningham to try and deal with and sort out.
It looks as though Mr. Nicholson might be entering the field of play for Thornhill.
His first stint was really good, I thought. This is a good carry from Thornhill Trojans, just outside their own 20-metre line. Tackle comes in there on James Sheldon. Ball moved into the middle of this field. Following up on the next play is Ryan Mitchell, the centre. Lee. Ball to this left-hand side. I thought referee was going to call it then. Wide pass.
Nicholson on the wing.
To Nicholson, but I think he'd only just got on the field, hadn't he?
Knock on.
Complains bitterly, but it turns into a good tackle heading his way from Ben Daniels.
He dropped it.
Certainly was. He was certainly out of position. Did his best, but as we said, unfortunately, he's a good forward, but he ain't no winger. So
I feel there's a song there,
He ain't no winger.
He ain't no winger.
Yeah.
There is that. I think that could be, we'll get that in Chat GPT. It'll come up with a rugby league hit, that.
Can do a Stocky Aitken Waterman special with it.
He ain't no winger.
Don't sing, please.
That's going to fire my imagination for the next 3 days until Wednesday. Anyway, scrum. 30 metres from the try line for Clockface Miners. Nice little run around play involving Benson, but the pass when it reaches him isn't a crisp one, unfortunately. And he dives on it, but that's all he can do. Eccleston, that's a good, strong run forward. 15 metres gained on that charge, straight down the ground. And again, crossing the 20-metre line is Harrison Rigby. Clockface rolling forward. Good play out to Costello. Out to Hardman. Hardman ducking 2 challenges. Getting the offload back in field to Cresser. Cresser wrapped up there by Hinchcliffe. It rolled high. I think.
Was it high?
We didn't really get the call from the referee there. We got the whistle. Ratcliffe complains bitterly.
A couple of players down, one from each side in the middle of the field.
Current scoreline 26 points to 4 if you're just joining us, and it has been a case of 5 tries for Clockface Miners. Josh Mulligan, Alex Burke in the first half, Ben Daniels, Callan Johnson and Alex Burke once more in the second. We've seen 3 goals from the boot of Nathan Benson. And Thornhill Trojans with just 1 response. Sam Ratcliffe touching down after 29 minutes.
Right, everybody back on the feet. Clockface to play the ball with Cresser.
It was high tackle. That's what the penalty has been awarded for. So Cresser will tap this ball. Harrison Rigby to his left, but he bypasses him and goes to Costello. Costello works it across. Gerrity onto Benson. Further wide to that man Burke, and he's stepping back on the inside track.
Is he sniffing a hat-trick?
He gets the offload back to Gerrity, so the hat-trick will have to wait a little bit longer. 12 metres away from the line. Mulligan, does he fancy a second? Well, he's going to get denied as well. Inside the 10 metre line he crosses though. Directly under the post he is. Cresser works it out the back. Looking for the running of Hardman. Hardman tackle. So Hardman seems to be operating perhaps a bit of a loose forward stroke second row with Booth this afternoon. And then ducking away from dummy half there is Tabern down the right side. Wrestled to the ground by Johnny Campbell. 5 metres out from the line. In at dummy half now is that man Hardman. Oh, and the penalty will go the other way to Thornhill Trojans.
Just trying to see what he's given the penalty for, Parky.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit late, does this referee, when he gives the signal to everybody, but sort of pushing away. Yeah, pushing away the play.
I mean, that's not consistent because you mentioned a little earlier on that that's what was happening, and he never gave anything for it. Here we go, Parky, it's yours.
Oh,
it's not.
It's not, but it's not been kicked out of play either. Conor McCartan, one-handed carry. Ratcliffe went for the big hit. Didn't quite get enough of him, and as a result it's a good job he didn't get enough of him, to be honest. Harrison Rigby follows up though, spins, twists, turns, he's inside the 20 metre line, goes again, offloads, late offload for Tabern. Tabern drifts out to the left, he's through. Individual try for Tabern, great work as well. What a lovely offload that was, that headed his way from Harrison Rigby. It was a late one, and that is the 6th try of the game as far as Clock Face Miners is concerned. Takes them out to 30 points to 4.
Yeah, coming on 23 and a half minutes in this second half. They've just got so much time now, haven't they? Ball going through hands, everybody making themselves available. And certainly when you're in front like this, everybody's energy levels seem to perk up. But for starters, you're attacking rather than defending, which is a lot better in that respect. But,
fair play to Rigby there, because I mean it looked like a couple of times he was wrapped up, and then he found an extra effort. He spun within the challenge, threatened the offload earlier, and then got the late offload away. And well, you didn't have to ask Tabern twice, did you?
No, Rigby's just carried on from the first half, to be fair. I mean, he's been really, really strong, not shirked any work.
Segurity's not kicked it.
Yeah.
It's not a day for kickers. I wonder who else
He's going to have a go.
Trust who else, because Benson got hooked after one, didn't he? So 6 tries and 3 goals this afternoon for Clockface Miners. Into the last 20 minutes of this game, just like Steve was saying, and it is looking increasingly like it's going to be a home victory today. They've been pretty commanding at various points of this half and this game, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have. And to be fair, I mean, they've been one of the form teams this season. Obviously, we got East Leeds who were running away with things from a league point of view, and we said the battle is for second and third positions, isn't it?
Dewsbury Celtic have been particularly good, haven't they?
And obviously Pilks are in the mix as well. So it's going to be
Hensingham.
Just knocking at the door there, are they? And that they could really shake things up, Hensingham, to be fair.
I'll tell you what, I mean, I know that you always try and sneak a couple of extra metres when it restarts, but that was ridiculous from Elliot Robson then. He was a good 5 metres in front of the halfway line when the ball got kicked off. So they've run through a couple of tackles already of this set of Clockface Miners. And they're attacking down this right-hand side. It was juggled then by Oscar Hardman. He's been really good this second half in the back row, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Plays it. Infield, it's moved. Costello will win the penalty.
One of them's got to go, Rick.
Spencer looks up to the touchline, says this will be how you put it into touch. Into the bowling green again.
Into the bowling green again.
I have to admit, I'm starting to fear for Thornhill Trojans in this set, because they've looked dangerous when they've got in this sort of territory clock, haven't they, in this second half?
And they've moved it well, haven't they?
Hardman charging.
He's had a cracking game as well, like you said.
Oh, what a good run. Inside the 20 metre line he goes. Tabern who's been effervescent since going on. Links with Costello, and he in turn finds Mulligan. Oh, I thought he was going to try a sneaky offload around the man then to Harrison Rigby. Thought better of it in the end. Probably saw Hinchcliffe heading his way and thought, nah, I'm not going to try that. Garrity back over his shoulder. Burke back to nobody in particular. Someone's going to have to get on that one.
Burke probably should have
dead.
Burke probably should have just gone himself there.
So it's going to be a 20-metre tap restart and a 7-tackle set here for Ratcliffe and the Thornhill Trojans. It's a solid battling run forward by Ratcliffe. And that's the first of the 7 tackles. Johnson rolls his way forward as well. Done some hard work himself, hasn't he, Casey Johnson, in this game? Ratcliffe. Well, certainly from their experienced players, the likes of Ratcliffe, Johnson, and he's not on the field at the moment, Johnny Campbell, but they get some good use out of him, don't they?
Yeah.
There's Nicholson twisting and turning and getting to the halfway line and smuggling the ball into Lee. Lee bursting into the backfield, kicking on. Oh, that's a great pickup. He's kicked on again, and they're chasing on, and then Benson gets it in the end inside the 20-metre line. He's got footwork as well, and he's spun to the deck by Lee. That was great play all round. Love that.
All starting from Nicholson offloading, and if he could have done more of that, I'm sure it would have been in this game a bit more.
Daniels is tackled 10 metres from his own line. That's a real scrappy play of the ball. Leaving the hands in as well is Lewis Brook. Referee's given up trying to officiate that now though. Decides he'll have a penalty here. And he gives a penalty to Thornhill Trojans.
I'm going to find out what for in a second.
Was that him running with an arm up or
That's
something?
the only thing
That's the only thing I was thinking.
What's going to say?
Oh,
no.
cross him.
Cross him?
Yeah, shepherd. Using the man as a shepherd.
Yeah.
I've often wondered when people said that. Shepherding, ref. Shepherding.
Yeah.
I've never seen a rugby player with a crook, a shepherd's crook.
Oh, Lee had one.
Did they?
Yeah. No, Lee Crook.
Crooks.
Crooks.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a few then.
He had a number. Oh, here we go. Ball comes out from Hinchcliffe. It's
Was it a ball steal?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It came out a little bit unnatural.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, currently 30 points to 4. Thornhill in search of a second try. Lee to tap this ball 10 metres out. Goes to his right hand man, Elliot Robson. Robson tackled though. Just inside that 10 metre mark. Lee spins it into the middle of the field. Casey Johnson. Oh, he finds a strong running Wes Brown. Wes Brown goes for the line. He's lost it on the line. Wow, what a good tackle that was.
Yeah.
He tried everything to get the ball down there, did Wes Brown.
It's a good line. Run a good line there.
He did. It was a really intelligent line. One of those rough sort of lines that's brave as well. But it doesn't result in points for the Thornhill Trojans. Not for the one to try him. Scoreline remains unchanged. It's 30 points to 4 in favour of Clock Face Miners. 4 tries they've scored in this second half. Remember, it was only 10 points to 4 at half time. Clock back in possession. Here's Ben Daniels. The centre picked up and dumped back. A driving tackle from Casey Johnson and Luke Hinchcliffe. But to this right side, Costello onto Hardman. That's a brave carry as well. Had loads of traffic heading his direction. Now Costello, he's been good as the man who's on dual reg from North Wales Crusaders. Spent a lot of time here in his junior days.
2 players down for Clockface. Oh no, just one now. Hardman on his arches for a second, but he's up.
And also the wind being taken out of the sails there of Elliot Robson. He's looking up ruefully to his touchline, who are all looking the other way. So Elliot Robson struggling, playing through the pain barrier.
Ooh.
These players, they give so much, don't they?
Yeah.
Harrison Rigby with the carry. Still 5 metres inside their own half. Clockface Miners. Picked up out of dummy half. Tabben tries to win the penalty. Not forthcoming. He's over the halfway line. How long left, Steve?
We've about 8 minutes or so left.
Geraghty works the left-hand side, gets it to Benson. Benson bursts into the backfield. Seemed to be tackled by a blade of grass on that far side. I think there was a bit of an ankle tap on him, to be fair, but wonderful challenge again.
Geraghty.
Pressure on Geraghty. He's just sent that really high. Not much depth to the kick. It's allowed to bounce by Costello, then headed on by Geraghty. And then Ratcliffe ends up kicking it behind his own line. It bounced and it bobbled. Well, that was
comedy half hour then, wasn't it?
That was an interesting sort of bit of play, though.
Yeah. I hope somebody's videoing that, because that was so strange.
I don't think there is a video here, to be fair. It's worthwhile. So dropout has been forced. I don't think Ratcliffe realised how much time he actually had after the header.
Yeah.
And we're not going to say that very often on a commentary, but yes, he was headed forward there by Geraghty. Kick finds Rigby. Rigby runs it back. Oh, look at that, he's charging back. Scatters the defence, goes right over the top of James Sheldon, who I've got to say is a brave man.
He certainly is.
Here's the centre Burke, who's got 2 tries. Alex Burke stopped on the 20-metre line by Hinchcliffe, who's all over him. Lying down like a carpet on him, to be honest. Mulligan stutter step forward, gets inside that 20-metre line again. Hinchcliffe comes across. He's covering every blade of grass there, but I think there's been a bit of friendly fire in jumping on the back there and his eagerness, because Wes Brown has stopped now. Now, I would have said less had it been Wes Brown who was heading forward, because there have been football players called Wes Brown.
That's right, yeah, played for Manchester United. And I think Sunderland rings a bell. He might have gone to after United.
Checking your football, not check out your football knowledge. Yeah. It's impressive, you commentated on the wrong sport. What are you doing next week? Can you help me in Barrow?
Don't think anybody can help Barrow, can they?
So 30 points to 4. Brown is okay to continue. I think it's just one of those where they're just going to have to grit their teeth and get through here at Thornhill Trojans. Been a difficult afternoon for them. It's been a good performance, a solid performance this from Clock Face Miners.
Certainly second half, they've really upped the game, haven't they?
Cresser finds Geraghty. Geraghty goes to step on, gets him out to Cresser. Cresser drifts off to the left. Puts it out to Costello. Costello just delayed his pass. Then Burke steps his way through. Hat-trick, man. Hat-trick, 3 tries. Stepping and stuttering his way to the line. He's deserved that. He has been fantastic when the ball's reached him this afternoon.
Not only has he took the 3 tries really well, 35 minutes gone, about 5 minutes left. Not only has he took his 3 tries well, but he's been available, hasn't he? You know, and he's driven it in there, and he's took some heavy fire at times. But as I say, he's a big lad. He's a unit, as they say, isn't he? And as you were saying before, it probably could easily slip into to second row, no problem. But
we're seeing his career in 10 years' time. That's what we're doing by saying second row.
But would we lose what he's got at the moment?
So 34 points to 4.
Oh, we're going back to Benson's going to have a crack now.
Yep. So Benson's kicked 2 from 4. Can he make it 3 from 5 this afternoon?
I'm surprised they didn't let Burke try and it's his own try, to be fair. Take your time. Wind yourself up. Just looking. 1 step, 2 steps back. Comes in, left-footed kicker. Nice there. The arm goes up. Another 2 points.
So 36 points to 4 in this one. Benson with that 3rd goal of the afternoon. So it is going to be victory, I think, the way of the Clockface Miners now. Your thoughts on player of the match? We'll do it early. I feel we should go early on this one.
Well, we're looking at from a Thornhill point of view, we've got Campbell, Johnson and Nicholson, who have all had really good games for their side, who have been the outstanding people. On the Clockface side, we've got Hardman, Costello and Mulligan. You're the guy you like at least forward. But for me, it's Rigby, the prop. I've got to say, the front row played really, really well.
They
The pack
have.
as a whole, but the front row have been really good. But Rigby for me.
Harrison Rigby, our player of the match, and well deserved. Coming off the back fence, charging is Harry Coxill. Big run from him as well. He's charged nearly 30 metres up the ground. Plays his ball to Tabern. Tabern picks up Rigby. Oh, lovely step from him. What a step. He has done Luke Hinchcliffe like a kipper there. Hinchcliffe had gone in and he just stepped him. That was wonderful play from him. Spinning run forward from Tabern over the halfway line. Costello's there, puts it to Geraghty on the left. He links with Benson, who puts it further wide. Making hay whilst the sun is shining now in St Helens.
It's nice as well. Turned out really nice.
Turned out nice again.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention the predicted thunderstorms that we're supposed to be having, are we?
No. Oh, what a dummy there from Costello. Turns the ball to his left. Oh, Nicholson picks it up. It just bypassed Geraghty. Nicholson's on the charge forward. Nicholson, brilliant running. Stepping himself, stepping again. Going forward to the 40-metre line. What a carry that was.
Really, really good.
Cross to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe is tackled midway between the 40 and halfway line. Referee checking his watch. Can't be that long left if a referee's checking the watch. Casey Johnson tried hard this afternoon, but it's not really forthcoming for him. 36 points to 4 the score if you're just joining us. Commanding second half as the kick comes in from Bucock. Oh, that was really well picked up from McCartan, and he starts the counter-attack. Still goes again, brushes off a couple of high challenges. Eventually the tackle comes in, and then the player Ryan Mitchell picks him up. It goes down this right side. Kick comes in. Davis into the backfield. Oh, what a pick up from Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe takes on Cresser. Again, what's the elbow up?
It was close. It was very close.
Ratcliffe just claps his hands, and Hinchcliffe goes nowhere on the next carry. Referee bellows out to the Clockface Miners defenders. Johnson. Good yards again.
He wrapped his arms.
So Thornhill. Off to the right hand side.
Pass it 12.
Where's Brown? Off the back, and then it's spilled out wide.
Walk out.
Turning over the ball again. Clockface have it. Up by 36 points to 4. These are the times when you should really enjoy a game, aren't you? You've done the hard work. The scoreboard's in your favour. It's commanding. You're going to get a win. You can enjoy these final few minutes, and all you've got to do is just play the ball. And not knock on. But the referee blows his whistle. Probably comes at the right time. He checks his watch and blows his whistle. Make sure I get it the right way around. 36 points to 4 is how it finishes here this afternoon. Clockface Miners victorious. They've scored 7 tries in total. They scored 2 in the first half. Josh Mulligan getting us underway after 12 minutes. Alex Burke scoring the first of his hat-trick in the 22nd minute following an interesting chip and chase and carrying the ball over the line. Then came Thornhill's response, 10 points to 4 thanks to Sam Ratcliffe touching down. It was another good kick from Casey Johnson which led the way there. That was how it was at half time. Then into the second half we saw a real turnaround. Thornhill were applying the pressure, thought they were going to go in the corner, but the ball sailed out, forward pass in front of Zach Hay, and then from the scrum it was whipped out to Ben Daniels. Daniels went 80 metres from the back of the scrum. That was converted by Benson, 16-4. Just 6 minutes later, Callan Johnson crossed. It was a real bit of shenanigans with the error in the backfield, unfortunately, from Ben Hall. How he wished the ground could have opened up in front of him at that particular point. Well touched down by Johnson, 20 points to 4. Alex Burke crossing for his second try after 55 minutes. That was converted by Geraghty, 26 points to 4. Tabern then getting that offload from Steve's man of the match, Harrison Rigby, to work his way over, and that was 30 points to 4. And then the final try scored just 6 minutes from the end. Burke with a deserved hat-trick, converted by Benson, 36 points to 4. Your final thoughts, are you, Steve?
Yeah, great game. First half was really, really competitive. Then early in the second half, couple of errors from Thornhill, which Clock capitalised on and took every chance that they had. And from then on, it was one-way traffic, wasn't it? And as much as Thornhill tried their hardest, certainly probably didn't get enough out of that first half to move on. But yeah, great game.
They were dominant at points in that first half, weren't they, Thornhill, and just didn't get anywhere near enough points on the board. But it has finished here, 36 points to 4, a really good result for Clockface Miners. It keeps them chasing the top two within National Conference League Division 2. We've enjoyed our afternoon here at Crawford Street. We hope you have too at home or wherever you've listened to us from. From me and Steve, we're going to head off for this one, but remember you can join us on Wednesday evening when you'll be able to hear all the aftermath from this game, the best bits, and we'll also look back at what's happened this weekend in the National Conference League. But for now, go and enjoy the rest of your weekend, because that's what we're going to do. Cheerio and farewell.
Every tackle, every try, every scrum. Green Cooling is proud to be part of the Community Rugby League family.